Whites faithful, are you ready for this? Listen up, Leeds family. What I'm about to tell you is going to send shockwaves through every corner of Elland Road and beyond. We've got 3 absolutely mental transfer stories that are going to change everything you thought you knew about this summer window. Picture this, a Portuguese wonder kid that both us and Juventus are scrapping over like dogs with a bone. A towering defender who made Cristiano Ronaldo and Harry Kane look ordinary at the Euros is about to become our rock at the back. And there's a Brazilian maestro who cost £42 million desperately trying to escape Italy, and guess who's in the frame? The 49ers aren't messing about this time, Leeds faithful. This isn't your typical "we're linked with League One players" summer. No way. We're talking about players who've graced the biggest stages, fought in the Premier League trenches, and are ready to bleed white for our beloved club. But here's where it gets absolutely insane. These 3 stories are all connected in ways that will blow your mind. One signing could unlock another, rivalries are being born, and Daniel Farke is playing chess while everyone else is playing checkers. Smash that like button right now, subscribe if you haven't already, and drop a white rose emoji in the comments because what I'm about to reveal about our first target will have you jumping off your sofa. The first bombshell involves a Portuguese sensation that's got Juventus declaring war on us. Juventus declare war over Portuguese sensation, Matheus Fernandes. That's right, Leeds faithful, the 20-year-old Portuguese wizard who lit up the Premier League last season despite Southampton's relegation. This kid is the real deal. While the Saints were sinking, Fernandes was showing exactly why Sporting CP were gutted to lose him. We've been tracking him all summer alongside Crystal Palace, thinking we had a clear run at the lad. But oh no, Juventus have crashed the party. The Italian giants are now desperate to sign the Portuguese wonder kid, and they're willing to take him on loan this summer. This is getting spicy, Leeds faithful. It's like David versus Goliath, but we're not backing down. Fernandes showed his class in the Premier League, proving he can handle the pace and physicality that destroys so many young talents. At just 20 years old, he's already got that Premier League experience that money can't buy. Here's what makes this even more mental. Fernandes is represented by Jorge Mendes, the Portuguese super agent who's basically the puppet master of European football. This is the same guy who engineered Francisco Concheco's move to Juventus last season, so he's got all the connections to make deals happen. But Fernandes himself dropped a massive hint about his future recently that'll give you goosebumps. When asked about staying at Southampton, he said, "I have a contract with Southampton, so I think so. The next season will be different, I hope. Maybe we can play much better and win many games." Did you catch that? I think so. Not absolutely, or definitely. The door is still wide open, and with Southampton stuck in the Championship, a move to Premier League Leeds is looking mighty tempting. The beautiful thing is, this transfer battle with Juventus shows exactly where we are now. We're competing with European giants for the same players, but wait until you hear about our next signing, because this one's practically done. Meet our new colossus, the Slovenian giant who pocketed Ronaldo, Jaka Bijol. Remember that name, Leeds faithful, because this 6'3" Slovenian Superman is about to become your new defensive hero. While everyone's been going crazy about midfield battles, Daniel Farke has quietly pulled off what might be the most important signing of our entire summer. This absolute unit of a defender has agreed to join us for £18.75 million from Udinese. And I'm telling you now, he's going to be massive for us. You want to know how good Bijol is? At Euro 2024, Slovenia kept clean sheets against England and Portugal. That means this monster pocketed Harry Kane and Cristiano Ronaldo in the same tournament. If he can handle those 2 legends, Premier League strikers better start praying. But here's what will give you chills. AC Milan and Celtic were both desperate to sign him, but he chose US. He chose Leeds United. The lad could have gone to the Champions League with Milan, but something about our project, our ambition, our incredible fan base made him say, "I want to play at Elland Road." Bijol's career journey reads like a football fairy tale. From Slovenia to Russia with CSKA Moscow, a loan spell in Germany with Hanover, then establishing himself as Udinese's defensive rock. He's got 63 caps for Slovenia and has played at the highest level across 4 different countries. Udinese manager Gabriele Cioffi couldn't contain his praise. He's already ready for Inter. He's intelligent, he works hard, he's an extremely positive guy, he's physically strong. And when asked about his pace despite his size, Cioffi said, "Given his size, he's not the fastest, but he's not slow either." The stats don't lie, Leeds faithful. In 95 games for Udinese, Bijol scored 5 goals and provided 4 assists from the back. That's a defender who contributes at both ends. His 25 yellow cards show he's not afraid to put his body on the line, and with just one red card, he knows exactly when to draw the line. But here's the beautiful part. The lad asked to delay his medical until after his wedding. How classy is that? He's getting married, then coming straight to Leeds to start his new life as a white. The romantic in me is getting emotional just thinking about it. But Leeds faithful, if you thought Bijol was our biggest signing, wait until I tell you about the Brazilian maestro who could be heading our way. Douglas Luiz's escape route leads straight to Elland Road. Douglas Luiz. That's right, Leeds faithful, the Brazilian magician who Manchester City let slip through their fingers, who dominated the Premier League with Aston Villa, and who Juventus paid a staggering 42 million for just 12 months ago. But here's the thing that will make your head spin. His Italian adventure has been an absolute nightmare. The lad who was pulling strings in the Premier League like a puppet master has been reduced to a bench warmer in Turin. Juventus fans are calling him their worst signing in years, and now they're desperately trying to ship him out. And guess what? We're top of the list. The Brazilian's representatives are working overtime to get him out of Italy, and Elland Road is looking like the perfect escape route. Can you imagine it? Leeds faithful, Douglas Luiz spraying passes across our sacred turf, dictating the tempo like he did for Villa, making Premier League defenders look like Sunday League players. But here's where it gets even more exciting. Tuttosport are reporting that Juventus are so desperate to get rid of him, they're willing to let him go on loan with just a £25.65 million obligation to buy. That's nearly £20 million less than what they paid for him. The 49ers must be rubbing their hands together with glee. Getting a player of Luiz's caliber on loan first means we can see if he fits Fark's system without breaking the bank immediately. And if he rediscovers his Premier League magic, we'll have pulled off the signing of the century. Sure, his $74,000 a week wages might raise some eyebrows, but this is what Premier League football demands. Leeds faithful. The days of bargain basement signings are over. Here's the beautiful irony. While Juventus are trying to offload Luiz to us, they're also battling us for Fernandes. It's like a transfer merry-go-round where everyone's connected. Maybe if they get the Portuguese kid, they'll be more willing to let us have the Brazilian maestro. Smash that subscribe button if you're as excited as I am about these signings. Drop A in the comments if you think this could be our best transfer window in decades. So there you have it, Leeds faithful. 3 incredible stories that show the 49ers mean serious business. We're fishing in waters we haven't been in for years, competing with Juventus for players and assembling a squad that can not just survive in the Premier League, but thrive. Matias Fernandes potentially bringing Portuguese magic despite Juventus competition, Jaka Bijol providing the defensive foundation that championship dreams are built on, and Douglas Luiz possibly bringing his Brazilian flair and Premier League experience back to England. This isn't just about signings, Leeds family, this is about statement. This is about showing the football world that Leeds United are back where we belong, and we're not just making up the numbers. What do you think, Whites faithful? Are these the signings that will keep us in the Premier League? Can we beat Juventus to Fernandes? Will Douglas Luiz rediscover his magic at Elland Road? Let me know in the comments below. MOT.